Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to Esports Talk, and today we're going to be talking about the future of Siege Esports, something that you guys have been asking for a little while now. I see it in the comments occasionally, and I'm sorry that it took me so long, but here I am doing it now. I'm sure most of you guys know that Pro League isn't really going to be Pro League anymore. It's going to have a complete change of format, and I'm going to do my best to try to explain it to you guys. So each region is going to be divided into different leagues, and ESL is not going to be ahead of everything anymore, though they'll still have their place in certain leagues. We've got the North American League, we've got the European League, Latin American League, and the APAC League, all with their own divisions, which we'll get into, but let's start with the North American League. The North American League will have two divisions, the US division and the Canada division, and the North American League will be run by FACEIT, which you might be familiar with from CSGO, and it'll be best of threes. So the US division is going to be an 8-team LAN league that's going to take place in Las Vegas over a 6-month period for this year only. The format will change come 2021, but it'll be online at first because of COVID. So those 8 teams are going to be split up into 2 groups with 4 teams in each group. So Group A and Group B. They'll compete under a double elimination format, and then the top 2 teams from each group will move on to another group with each other, which we'll call Group C, and then those bottom 2 will also move on to another group with each other, which we'll call Group D. So the top 3 teams from Group C will automatically qualify for the major at the end of the stage, and then the teams that placed 4th, 5th, and 6th will compete with the top team from the Canada division to qualify for the major. The Canada division will only have 4 teams all placed into one group, also playing a double elimination format, and each division will have their own challenger league, which will also be double elimination, and the lowest placed teams from each division will get to play against the top challenger league teams in relegation matches at the finals at the end of the season. But here's the timeline for season 1 so you know what I'm talking about. We'll have stage 1 where the top teams will qualify for the major in August, then stage 2 where again the top teams will compete at the major in November, and the top 4 teams from each stage will compete in the North American finals in December, and that's where the relegation matches between the top challenger teams and the lowest placed North American League teams will take place. The European League will have 10 teams participating, with 2 of those being Izzy Dream and Team Orglis, which is the winner and runner-up from Season 11 Challenger League, and they'll play in 3 separate stages, meaning that there's 3 different majors, and the top 3 teams from each stage will qualify for that stage's major. They will also have their own version of Challenger League as well, which will have the top teams from other national leagues. The Latin American League will be split up into 3 divisions, the Brazilian division, the Mexican division, and the South American division, all ran directly by Ubisoft themselves, not FACEIT or ESL or anything like that. And then we've got APAC, which is being split into 2 divisions, APAC North and APAC South. APAC North having 12 teams, many of them previously competing in Pro League already, and the teams that are competing in APAC South are still unclear. And again, there will be 3 stages, and the top 4 teams will qualify for the major at the end of each stage. So hopefully I explained all of that well enough. In summary, different regions will be split into different leagues. They will have their own divisions that will all play at the same time, and each year we'll have 3 stages with a major following each stage that the top teams from each stage will compete in. At the end of the year, that's where we'll see the finals, and that's where we'll see the relegations, and eventually the 6th Invitational. And of course, they'll have a point system to determine who goes to relegations. And on another note, Siege was recently confirmed to be a launch title for both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, which tells us that Ubisoft is really committed to continue working on Siege, despite all the issues that pros have been having with it recently. It tells us that they are working on it. Because previously we talked about Siege's 10-year plan, and them releasing it on a newer generation of consoles just shows us their commitment. And if I missed anything, please let me know, because we still don't have all the details on how this new format is going to work, but we've got a pretty good outline to go by, and I hope that I helped you understand it a bit more. And I know I took forever to make this video. Again, I apologize, but here it is. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.